The Chesterfield smokers are satisfied.
Well, I'm speaking for Hutton and for Modern Air.
It's time to forget all your worries and cares.
So for Ray and for Douglas, in fact, the whole band,
From us, Merry Christmas to all your land.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you those theatrical termites who have gone through their artistic lives trying to bring down the house, the mighty Allen players. Tonight they present a Christmas fable. It's called Santa Claus Sits Down, or Jingle Bells Shall Not Ring Tonight. Over to you, Peter.
Is this the Santa Claus igloo?
Yes, I'm Mrs. Claus.
I'm Phil Beat of the Assassinated Press. I'm here to check on this rumor that Santa Claus refuses to ride this year.
Oh, I'm glad you come. I've been fighting with him all week, and he refuses to budge.
Well, where is Santa Claus now?
Oh, the old fool's in the next room sulking. I'll get him. Hey, Santa!
Oh, it ain't no use coaxing, Ma. Or you ain't going.
Come on out, stupid. You got company.
Oh, well, what's on your mind, son?
Well, I'm from the Assassinated Press, Santa Claus. Now, what's this I hear?
No, I ain't riding now.
But this is Christmas Eve. Trees are lit up. Millions of children have hung up their stockings. The whole world is waiting.
Well, regardless, I ain't riding.
Ain't no use, mister. He's stubborn.
No, I ain't stubborn neither. I'm sick of being Santa Claus, holding the bag every year.
Well, you must have a reason for quitting.
I got plenty of reasons.
Well, will you talk for the press?
Yeah, might as well, I guess.
This is the time of year when a man who can't suppress his curiosity should be handcuffed and blindfolded. For instance, a package came for the McGees today, which is almost certainly a Christmas present. And we invite you to an interesting discussion between Fibber McGee and Molly.
Oh, but Molly, look, we don't know it's a Christmas present.
Just the same, McGee, we're not going to open it before Christmas.
Oh, but sweetheart, there's nothing on it that says don't open till Christmas.
Don't get mushy with me. I still say we don't open it till Christmas morning now.
Okay. I just wondered if it could have been them silver fox furs, that's all. I just wondered.
What silver fox furs?
Oh, never mind. We'll know Christmas morning. Well, I guess I'll run out the cigar store.
McGee!
Huh?
What silver fox furs? Who's sending me some furs?
How should I know?
Well, you're the most exasperating. But this is exactly the size and shape of a box that would have a set of fox furs in it.
Hey, cut that out. You can't open that. Not till Christmas.
But, darling...
Don't get mushy with me.
Come on, Rochester, let's finish addressing my Christmas cards.
Okay.
Now, let's see. We finished the ones to my relatives. Now, let's address the cards to the movie stars I know, huh?
Yes, sir.
I got the list right here. Rodney Dangerfield. MGM Studios.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Cyril Forsyth. Universal International Studios.
Cyril Forsyth.
Marcella Underwood. Warner Brothers Studios.
Marcella Underwood.
Anthony Fisk. Paramount Studios.
Anthony Fisk.
Yeah.
Well, that takes care of the figures. Let's get to the stars.
These are stars. Every one of them. Now, let's see. Oh, yes. Ilka Thistledown. MGM Studios.
Ilka Thistledown.
Gee, how she ever missed getting the Academy Award last year, I'll never know. She was wonderful, and Andy Hardy blows his nose. Bertram Holmquist, 20th Century Fox Studio.
Bertram Holmquist.
Gary Cooper, Paramount Studio.
Gary Cooper. Who's he?
Big, tall tall fella. He's a pretty big star. Of course, he's not a Rodney Dangerfield, but he's coming along. Now, let's see, who else? Oh, yes, Geraldine...
Just a minute, boss. I think I hear another mouse.
What?
Quiet! 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a... We got him, too!
Good. Is he a big one?
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
There's nothing in the trap but a note.
A note?
Yeah, it says, you can recite from the den, you ain't gonna catch me.
Lever Brothers Company, makers of Swan, the soap that gives you a wonderful new kind of suds, presents...
Our friend Swan with my friend Irma.
Starring Marie Wilson as Irma and Kathy Lewis as Jane.
Friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, theirs will still be hot. My friend Irma.
Well, here it is, Christmas Eve at 8224 West 73rd Street, New York City. And on the third floor in apartment 3B, all is serene and quiet, except for Irma Peterson, who is reading.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring. Oh, look, Jane, a mouse!
Now, don't get excited. It's lost. It's probably looking for Professor Kropotkin's room.
Oh, gee, Jane, I've never been so happy on Christmas Eve. And that's because I have such wonderful friends. You...
Our Miss Brooks, starring Eve Arden. Once again for another comedy episode of Our Miss Brooks, written by Al Lewis. Well, most of us spent Christmas Eve with our families and friends. But our Miss Brooks, who teaches English at Madison High School, wasn't quite so fortunate.
No, my family was too far away to visit, and it seems my friends had other plans. But I made up my mind not to brood about it, and was trimming a rather tiny tree in our living room when my landlady, Mrs. Davis, joined me.
What a nice tree, Connie.
It isn't really, Mrs. Davis, but it's the only one I could afford.
Oh, what did you pay for it?
I found it in a vacant lot. What I like about it is the size. It's not too big or too small. It's just too small.
Santa Claus is a very special newsmaker, as I'm sure you all realize. Unlike most of the people we talk about on news programs, he's not listed in Who's Who, and the encyclopedia is content to describe him in just one line. Yet he has more friends than any man alive, and it must be admitted he's without rival in his field. That field, as any child knows, is the making and distribution of Christmas presents, his specialty being toys. CBS News sent this reporter up to the North Pole over the weekend.
One Man's Family is dedicated to the mothers and fathers of the younger generation and to their bewildering offspring. Today transcribed, we present Chapter 13, Book 72, entitled Christmas Morning with the Barbers. It is Christmas morning in Seacliff, and the wintry sunrise is breaking through the mists over San Francisco and splashing bright yellow shadows over the fir trees and the green lawns. In the Barber family home, where the family held their Christmas Eve celebration last evening, there are 2 lighted windows. In the kitchen, Mrs. Kettleman is preparing coffee for an early riser. And in the master bedroom, Fanny Barber has just reached sleepily above her to turn on a bed lamp and look at the bedside electric clock. Rousing from a deep sleep, Henry opens his eyes.
What time is it, Fanny?
7:18, Henry.
Yeah, the sun's just coming up.
Merry Christmas, Henry.
My dear, well, Merry Christmas, so it is.
It's going to be lovely.
Johnny Dollar.
That's McCracken, Johnny. How's the weather in Palm Springs?
A blonde in a bikini just melted past my poolside window. Goodbye now.
Oh, don't hang up. Johnny, this job's just a few miles north of where you are. It'll take maybe a day to clear it up.
Hey, you said that last Christmas, Pat, and I got trapped in a blizzard. This season, I soak in the sun. Happy New Year.
John boy, we have a bonus list in this office. Your name could be on it.
Near where I am, huh?
It's a ghost town in Calico. An old prospector named Kringle is breathing his last up there.
I thought all prospectors never died.
He wants to change the beneficiary on a $50,000 policy, but a nephew, Ned Kringle, threatens suit if we let him. So you contact our agent, Gene Craig, in Barstow.
Who's the new beneficiary?
Carmen Kringle.
Carmen?
A borough.
A borough?
Yeah. If I don't hear from you, Johnny, Merry Christmas.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Autolite and its 98,000 dealers present Suspense.
Tonight, Autolite presents a special program for this holiday season. The unusual dramatization of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, starring Miss Greer Garson.
That whistle is your signal for the Signal Oil program, The Whistler.
I am the Whistler, and I know many things, for I walk by night. I know many strange tales hidden in the hearts of men and women who have stepped into the shadows. Yes, I know the nameless terrors of which they dare not speak. For 3 hours straight now, Johnny Hale had sat at his desk, shuffling through the stories and articles piled in front of him, blue penciling some for changes and others for rewrite. It was December 21st, and he had a special Christmas edition to get out by Wednesday. Suddenly he stopped, listened for a moment, put down his pencil, and walked to the window.
Boy! Oh, boy!
Yes, sir?
What's today?
What's that, sir?
What day is it, my fine fella?
Today? Why, it's Christmas Day.
Christmas Day! Ha ha! Then I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night. All in one night. Heaven be praised.
How's that, sir?
Listen, my lad. Do you know where the poultry is in the next street?
I should say I do.
An intelligent boy. A remarkable boy. Tell me, do you know if they've sold the prize turkey that was hanging in the window?
The one as big as me?
What a delightful boy. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Yes, my buck?
It's hanging there now, sir.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now go around, will you, and tell him to send it to Bob Cratchit and his family on Broad Street. And mind you, they're not to know who paid for it. Now, hurry along, my lad. And here's half a crown for your trouble.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you, too, my boy. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather, as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. A Merry Christmas. A Merry Christmas to everybody. A Happy New Year to all the world. Whoop!
You have just heard our annual presentation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, starring Lionel Barrymore, brought to you by the makers of Campbell Soups. And now here is Orson Welles.
At this point in the program, ladies and gentlemen, it is my custom, as you know, to present to you with a few words of introduction our guest of the evening, Mr. Lionel Barrymore.
Thank you, Orson Welles. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 4th year I've had the pleasure of appearing in the Christmas Carol here on the Campbell Playhouse. And I assure you all it's a pleasure that never tires. As long as I can remember, this has been one of my favorite stories. I can think of no part that I've enjoyed playing again and again as much as I have the part of that squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner, Ebenezer Scrooge. And I can think of no happier or more suitable choice for the makers of Campbell's Soups to offer the people of America as their Christmas present each year than Charles Dickens' well-beloved story, Christmas Carol. Good night, Orson. Good night, everybody. And a Merry, Merry Christmas to you all.
Good night, Mr. Barrymore. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
The makers of Campbell's Soups join Orson Welles in inviting you to be with us in the Campbell Playhouse again next Sunday evening. Meanwhile, if you have enjoyed our 5th annual presentation of A Christmas Carol, won't you tell your grocer so this week when you order Campbell's Soups? This is Ernest Chappell saying thank you and a Merry Christmas to you all.
Brothers Company, the makers of Rinso, the soap that gets clothes Rinso White and Rinso Bright, brings you the traditional Amos and Andy Christmas show.
Well, honey, I see you right in bed there.
Uh-huh. Daddy, can I turn on the little radio for a minute before I go to sleep?
Well, just for a minute or two, darling. I'll snap it on for you. There he is. Now, we let it warm up a few seconds. We don't want to wake up baby.
Oh, music never waked him up, Daddy.
Well, let me straighten your covers out a little bit. Did you say your prayers, honey?
Mommy heard my prayers before she went out, Daddy.
The Christmas choir continues with the Lord's Prayer.
Well, now get under the covers, honey.
Daddy, could you get some Christmas music on the radio?
Why, darling, this is the very best Christmas music you could get. There's going to sing the Lord's Prayer.
I've been saying the Lord's Prayer with Mommy. She's been teaching it to me.
I know she is.
What does the Lord's Prayer mean, Daddy?
It means an awful lot, and with the world like it is today, it seems to have a bigger meaning than ever before.
But what does the Lord's Prayer mean, Daddy?
The Lord's Prayer? Well, darling, I'll explain it to you.
Oh, will you, Daddy?
Now, you lay down and you listen.
All right.
Now, the first line of the Lord's Prayer is this. Our Father, which art in heaven, that means Father of all that is good, where no wrong can dwell. And then it says...
I want to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a happy and joyous holiday season.
Transcribed at the CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.